was the Edison Homework Diner. So we were going to work with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade families to put on this event where parents would come and they would get dinner, and then we would go over different homework strategies that are effective to help their students with their homework. Our event never actually ended up happening because it got canceled, but we came up with like the pre-survey that we were going to send out to the parents, and then the plan of like how we would set up the event, and then the post-survey and the strategies we would go over.
Before doing your field experience, what was it that you thought you'd learn?
I thought we would learn, well, it's different because we didn't do our thing, and it would have been a lot more beneficial if we did. But I think we learned, thought we were going to learn, how much work and effort goes in everything, and the importance of communication, which we definitely did learn those things because the communication wasn't there, so the event couldn't happen.
Okay. Give us an example of one of your aha learning moments from your field practice.
I think, we've talked a lot about the fact that it didn't happen, and I think throughout this whole thing we've learned just how important it is to kind of work together and be really flexible, because even though we weren't able to actually do it, we were able to come up with a plan and present it to them so that they have that in the future. So I think just kind of always being prepared and knowing exactly what you're doing, even if it doesn't go the way that you planned.
And also being flexible. It was a huge, aha thing. We had to, learn, because before it got canceled, the dates got moved, and we just had to, really work with the teachers, and we tried to get the event going, but could only do so much.
After having had the field experience, what things would have helped you to better prepare for it?
It was a new experience for all of us because we hadn't worked in the field like this, setting up an event. But I think maybe going over more of what the event would have been, what the field experience would have helped us more, what we would be doing, what it would entail. But overall, I felt like we were pretty prepared for the process. We weren't just thrown in. And I think it was a really good experience overall. Even though it didn't happen, it was a really good experience because it's not something that we've ever done before, but it's something that once we're teachers, we're going to have to do all the time. So I think it really showed us how much work goes into events like this.
And how important it is to get these things going just so they can, family engagement is definitely a huge part, and it's proven that kids do better when their family's involved. So that's not, our job isn't just to teach the kids, it's to benefit the whole family.
Okay. In the last few years, programs have begun having field practice assignments earlier in your academic career. How do you think that this will help you prepare to be a teacher?
I think that this activity is really important because it gave us an inside view into what we would be doing as teachers. Even though we weren't in the role of the teacher, I think it just kind of showed, how much work goes into these types of events and how important they are for not just the students and the teachers, but also the families. So I think it gave us a really good idea of how we can kind of take this and implement it in our own teaching lives and when we actually end up in schools, because I think it's something that you can't really experience unless you do it firsthand.
Okay. Good.